What is the rudest thing that a guest did to your pet in your home? My cousin's wedding reception was at our family house, and I was helping with cleanup when I noticed my childhood dog, Buddy, was missing. He was a 12-year-old golden retriever who'd been with me since I was 8, basically my best friend. I searched everywhere, calling his name, getting more panicked by the minute. The reception was winding down, but there were still about 30 people scattered around the house and yard. My mom was asking if I'd checked the garage. My dad was looking in the bedrooms. That's when I heard muffled barking coming from somewhere I couldn't pinpoint. It sounded desperate, terrified, like nothing I'd ever heard from Buddy before. I followed the sound through the kitchen, down the hallway, past confused wedding guests, and it led me to the basement. The barking was coming from inside the old chest freezer we kept down there, the one that hadn't worked in years but we used for storage. The sound was getting weaker. My heart stopped. I ran over and threw open the heavy lid, and there was Buddy, panting frantically, his tongue hanging out, eyes wide with terror. Someone had locked him inside with a padlock they'd found in our garage. But here's the sick part. There was a note taped to the inside of the lid. Let's see how long the old mutt lasts. Taking bets upstairs. Round 2 starts at midnight if he survives. Winner takes all. The groomsmen. Round 2. They were planning to do this again. I pulled Buddy out, and he collapsed immediately. He was overheating, dehydrated, barely conscious. His fur was soaked with sweat and saliva, and he was making these horrible wheezing sounds. I carried him upstairs, screaming for someone to call a vet, and that's when I saw them. 4 of the groomsmen were sitting at the kitchen table with a piece of paper, taking actual money bets on how long they thought Buddy would survive in the freezer. They had a timer running on someone's phone showing 47 minutes and counting. They'd written down different time predictions next to their names. There was over $200 in cash on the table, and they were drinking beer like it was entertainment. When they saw me carrying Buddy, one of them, the best man, actually had the nerve to say, "Aw man, you ruined it. We were gonna let him out in like 10 more minutes." Then he looked at his phone and added, "He lasted longer than I thought. I win the side bet." Another groomsman started complaining about losing his money, saying, "This is bullshit. The dog cheated somehow. Like my dying dog was some kind of casino game they'd been robbed of. 10 more minutes would have unalived him." I lost my mind. I started swinging at all of them, screaming about how they'd nearly murdered my dog for entertainment. The best man tried to grab the money and run, but I tackled him to the floor. My uncle had to physically restrain me while someone else called 911. Wedding guests were screaming. My cousin was crying. The vet said Buddy was minutes away from heat stroke. His body temperature was dangerously high, and if I'd found him even 5 minutes later, he would have died. All 4 groomsmen got arrested that night. Turns out, betting on animal cruelty is illegal in multiple ways, and the round 2 note made it premeditated abuse. My cousin's marriage lasted 6 months. Apparently, she couldn't get over the fact that her new husband's friends were psychopaths who did horrible things to animals for money, and he defended them. Buddy recovered fully and lived 3 more happy years. Those groomsmen all got criminal records and had to pay thousands in vet bills and legal fees.